Hello! Today we shall be talking about / reviewing Batman Returns. Hello! Like I said, today we're going to be reviewing / talking about Batman Returns, directed by Tim Burton, the direct sequel to Batman 89, which starred Michael Keaton as Batman and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. In this one, we got Michael Keaton as Batman, and then we got Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and then we got Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. This is one of my all-time favorite Batman movies, so let's actually start talking about it. So anyway, without further ado, shall we begin? Batman Returns from 1992, directed by Tim Burton, and this time Michael Keaton was actually first billed, unlike the first Batman movie from 1989, where Jack Nicholson was actually first billed. Because Jack Nicholson was a bigger star at the time, but I did already do my review video on that, and if you're interested to see what I think about that movie, I'll leave a link down in the description. But anyway, let's start talking about this movie. This movie is scored again by Danny Elfman, and I feel like Danny Elfman really fit the vibes of these two movies, and I think he actually does it very, very well. And then, Danny DeVito is probably my all-time favorite Penguin, but let's actually start talking about the beginning. This is through and through a Christmas movie. I do think so myself, just like I do also think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Let me know down in the comments below if you think this or Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Even though this is a Batman review, we can still talk about that as well. But like I was saying, this opens up with the Penguin as like a baby, and he's inside the crib with like fingers like this, and then the actual parents that play Penguin's the actual people, I should say, that play Penguin's parents are actually the same ones that played, well, at least for the dad. I can't say for the mother, but the dad is the same one that played Pee Wee Herman, and then he also played Penguin's dad again in Gotham, which I think is just absolutely great. I really, really like that, and I think it's actually really, really cool that they decided to do that type of thing, which I was like, yay. But anyway, like, they decide that they can't take any more with the Penguin, so, like, the little baby creature thing, so they decide to throw him in the river and hope that he drowns to death. But instead, he's actually rescued by penguins, and they actually raise him as one of their own, and he becomes this, like, creature that's living in the sewers, and he's like, wah. And then, like, just Danny DeVito, like, all the makeup that he goes through for this movie is just, like, it is amazing how much, like, he truly transforms into this creature. He has, like, long, black, greasy hair, like, kind of balding on the top a little bit. He's got the nice little top hat, and then he's got the fingers like that, and then it's pretty much the whole thing is just to show, like, Gotham will still turn, like, on him because he's a freak. But do they know he's a freak, or do they kind of see him as like a mistake of nature, but he still is to be embraced? Because he even decides to run for mayor, which the Gotham TV show actually kind of copied from, not in a bad way, but it did copy from this movie. But anyway, Michael Keaton actually does not have a humongous role in this. The stars of this movie is definitely Catwoman and Penguin. But I also got to talk about how Christopher Walken is in this movie, and he is just amazing in this movie. He's actually the one that kills Michelle Pfeiffer's, Selena Kyle. He's just a psycho, and he's like, huh? Huh? You thought I was gonna push you out, right? Huh? And then he just pushes her out, and then she goes flying down, and the cats are like, it is time to resurrect her. So they pretty much just resurrect her, and I'm like, okay. This movie is, like, it's so much Tim Burton, which I think is absolutely, like, amazing with it. Like, Tim Burton completely got the idea of what this movie should be like. Like, this one was on the verge of being rated R, which I would have been completely fine with. I would have loved to see Tim Burton's R-rated Batman. Like, there was this one scene at the very end where, like, Penguin fights Batman, and then he ends up falling, like, through the glass and then into his little icy, like, swamp area, and then he comes out because it was at the zoo, I believe, or something. I don't know. It was, like, underground, and then he's like, I'll be with you in a moment, but first, a glass of ice water. And then he just flat out dies. But they said in the original cut, they had to change the blood oozing out of his mouth to green because it was originally black, but that would have warranted an R rating. And Warner Brothers is like, no, we do not do R ratings here. It must be PG-13. So the ended up being PG-13, which honestly is not bad. Like, I love this movie through and through. It is probably my third favorite Batman movie, right after The Dark Knight, Batman, and then it'll be Batman Returns. But, like, Michelle Pfeiffer, in my opinion, is the best Catwoman that there is. The way that she completely owns this role, and the way that she's just, like, she is Catwoman, and the way that, like, Michael Keaton is Batman in this, and the way that Danny DeVito is Penguin in this, and the way that Michael Keaton, while Bruce Wayne / Batman / Oswald Cobblepot / the Penguin both go after Catwoman in their own, like, sadistic ways. Like, there's so many funny lines in this too. Like, there's one part when Penguin is like, "Just the pussy I've been looking for," and it's just like, you know what he means by that, but it's just, it's so good. And I really love, like, this movie. I can't say enough good things about it. I think this death is much better, but not saying that the other one is bad, because, like, Joker is my all-time favorite comic book villain, but I feel like Penguin's death in this even makes you feel a little bit bad for him, not super bad, but there are parts of you that are like, maybe he was just a creature that was just, like, if he was raised better, maybe he wouldn't have turned out to be the villain. That's personally just kind of how I feel about it. Like, I kind of lean towards the villains a little bit when, like, watching movies and all that, and TV shows. Like, I always kind of lean towards the villains, but the atmosphere of this movie is just amazing, and I want to say it's only, like, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes, so, like, there's, like, it's a perfect time for a Batman movie, like, the perfect running time, and, like, just how ludicrous the Penguin's whole goal is at the end of this, like, pretty much just kidnapping all the firstborns, and then, like, just killing them, and then strapping a bunch of, bombs to the Penguins, and he's like, "The elimination of Gotham has begun!" And it's just, like, it is so over the top, but it screams Tim Burton so well. Like, this is the quintessential, like, Tim Burton Batman movie. The first one was a lot like Tim Burton, but he was actually held back a little bit by the studio. This one, he wasn't told no whatsoever, and then, like, this hit theaters, and then there was kind of a big backlash, especially with parents when they saw it, and they're like, no, Batman's not supposed to be like this. I want to let little Timmy see this. No, this isn't right. So that's when the WB execs came in, and they were like, you know what? We're going to have Joel Schumacher come in and kind of reinvent the franchise a little bit. And that was actually a bit better for Batman Forever, which I do have an extreme soft spot for. Like, I really do enjoy Batman Forever. If you know what you're in for, it is a perfect camp movie. And I have heard that there is actually a dark cut of that, kind of like the Snyder cut, that is somewhere in the vault at Warner Brothers and all that. So I really do hope that they actually end up releasing that cut of the movie, but who knows if they'll end up doing it. I mean, they released the Snyder cut, and if they did that, I mean, anything is possible. And then Batman Forever happened, which was extreme studio interference, and then just Joel Schumacher completely hamming it up, man. I'll be through and through honest, I'm not a big fan of that movie. Like, it is too much camp for me. I love Arnie, like, his Mr. Freeze is something I'll always remember, but I don't know if for better or for worse, I'll remember it, but I'll be talking about those once I actually get to it. But that was my review of Batman Returns. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's such a great Batman movie. If you love dark and gritty Batman movie, I definitely 100% recommend Batman Returns, directed by Tim Burton from 1992. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe so I know to keep making more of these. If you haven't seen my, trailer videos, I guess you could call it, I'm going to be reviewing every DC movie that I've ever seen and every Marvel movie that I've ever seen, which they're slowly coming along. I just did Spider-Man 2, and then I just did Batman. That's why I'm doing Batman Returns. So my next video after this for review-wise will probably be Spider-Man 3, and then we're just continuing on, chucking along. I'm going to be reviewing movies that I see in the theaters this year too, and I'm going to be just doing my normal haul videos, unboxing videos. So, like, I'm going to be trying to do, like, content almost every day. I might miss a day here and there. Like, we're going, like, me and my friends and all that are going back out to Six Flags and all that since things are opening up again. So I will be doing all, like, sorts of videos for that too. So, like, this channel is just gonna have tons and tons of content. But anyway, thanks for watching as always, and let me know what you think of Batman Returns down in the comments below. Bye!